I'm gonna start this up, man. We had a unique conversation before we started recording, and after talking about that, I have to talk about this. I'm bringing up William D. French Foster, played by Michael Douglas in none other than 1993's film Falling Down. And what I love about this film is it feels like an early 1990s version of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, this where humanity and everyday gripes and grievances are just kind of coming to a head for this individual, and he's stuck in a traffic jam, and everything around him seems to be broken, internally, externally. I mean, he is a broken man, and it is time for change. And so, with that being said, he can't roll. His AC won't work. His window won't roll down. He's hot. He's sweaty. He leaves his car. He's like, man, you know what? I'm going home. Okay, he's telling people he's going home, and what's really cool about this is all the pit stops that he makes along the way. Now, how he maneuvers as a vigilante isn't justifiable to a T, but it's understandable in a sense, because when frustration mounts and frustration builds, we will do things that just don't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Mm-hmm. But he starts off his journey going to a convenience store, and he doesn't like the fact that everything is overpriced. He needs change for a phone. The price of the soda won't give him the correct amount of change for the soda or to make the phone call. So he starts busting up the merchandise and make some price changes. One thing that I did like about this particular film is that every time he makes a pit stop and an act of vigilante justice is served, he upgrades his weapons. Okay, so he starts getting a baseball bat from the convenience store owner. Then he ends up going to, a hill, and he's approached by some gang members who, don't want him there, obviously, because he's not a gang member. So he, beats him up with the bat, takes the butterfly knife. They try to do a drive-by and don't hit him, but hit a bunch of innocent bystanders. And I like that they showed that, because that just also shows how senseless violence can be. If you are going to try to take someone out, make sure you have your target in your scope. Innocent bystanders should not be getting taken out over something so frivolous. Nobody should, but if you're going to aim right. And from that, he ends up acquiring a bag full of guns, and then it just goes downhill from there. Like he goes into what would be our version of a fast food restaurant. You fill in the blank, okay? But in the movie, it's a whammy burger, and we've all been there before, where you show up 2 minutes late, you want a breakfast sandwich. Breakfast is over. And he pulls out it looks like a Tech 9 and starts spraying up the ceiling, and then decides that, you know what, I will eat the regular food. So it shows how indecisive he is with what he's doing. Like he's so emotionally based and emotionally driven by his want for change that makes it unjustifiable. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when you get your vigilantes, they have a clear understanding of what they're doing, why they're doing it, the reasoning behind it. Whereas him, it's just, with each situation, how does it make me feel at that moment? Mm-hmm. And then he as he progressively moves forward, just creating a tirade through his city, crosses paths with construction workers that are doing meaningless work just to keep up the budget, blows a rocket launcher at somebody. And saying all that to say this, every good vigilante has a good cop on their heels, and he is no different. When the cop finally gets to him, gets him to the point where he's like, look, man, everything that you doing is wrong, and you're gonna have to pay the piper for this. You know what I'm saying? Your gripes and grievances have been heard, but you still ain't get ahead with this one.
Yeah. What I like about him, I feel like the stuff he's doing in this film is things that we wish we all could do. They're everyday minor inconveniences, and he's kind of taking the place of the viewers in a lot of the situations. So it's just crazy, man. It's an interesting take.